Now, you guys had just followed up a mysterious winding staircase that rose about 1,000 feet up into the air. And after having done so, you were amazed to find this solitary, wizardy capped looking tower atop a semi-material cloud. This giant solitary sort of tower hangs suspended there, and you guys are inside this large, solitary, giant-sized, just parlor room, really. Now, above where you're standing, where you're seeing this little ring, you are seeing that this goes higher up. You can see that higher above you, there is 2 floors. No stairs connect, though. No stairs connect up there. And there's no obvious way people will get up there. And it is at a good, let's see, 100 feet above your heads. Yeah, 100 feet above your heads is where that opening is. So outside of the power of flight, it doesn't seem obvious how anyone would get up and down. And when you came to the ground floor of this place, coming through this large, wonderful, cloudy curtain, silken curtain, you would see, and confusingly so, you would see a lone little forest gnome currently sat down with a large book, bigger than he is, book much bigger than he is, and an ink quill, a pot of ink, big enough for him to sort of jacuzzi himself in if he wants to, right on this desk. And you can see that he's trying to copy some notes down into his book. And when you came to him, he greeted you and introduced himself as Angelus. And he introduced you to Zephyros's tower. And he tells you that 100 feet above your head lies the possibly maddened, bizarre cloud giant, Zephyros himself, who has taken him in through some eccentric reason and has invited all you guys here. And now we begin this session with you guys role-playing.
Orchek is just staring at those giant orbs in the sky. He's fascinated by them.
Yes, those
and
are...
And that is where I left off.
Yes, yes. So those are suspended, 5-foot radius wide globes of continual flame spells coming out of each of these braziers attached to the walls. While over here we see 2 large imposing cloud giant-like figures that have these sort of interesting masks over them. So kind of like ballroom, Phantom of the Opera masks. But yeah, you come through this empty archway over here. I got it wrong. They were not braziers. They were 6 crystal spheres that had these continual flame spells burning out of their crystal-like coverings, while the crystals themselves reflect the light in this hexagonal chamber. Right then. So, yeah.
I will have finished my channel divinity and making those tinted spectacles for Twiss. I know we'll offer them and say, hopefully this will help you to, make you more comfortable.
You suddenly realize, wait, you know what? Give me an intelligence check, please.
Why?
Give me an intelligence check, please.
Why?
No.
Because depending on your result, you'll know why. A thought comes across to you that, yeah, I could probably make some good money out of these. They could...
No, I'd never do that.
No. You think to yourself, maybe I could.
No, that's against my religion. I would never.
Well, fair enough then. Fair enough.
Hey, Toland. You can just make shit. Wanna make a quick buck or two?
No, didn't you pick up anything while we were in Silverbend? This is my worship to Moradin. If I sell what I make, that it cheapens the point, the act of creation.
But also with that intelligence score, you kind of figure, oh wait, what if the drow got hold of these and they invade the surface and they ignore the sun? No, Thomas, I didn't ask you to give me an intelligence.
Wait, can drow do they get do their skin sizzle or in the sun? Or?
So it has varied across different sources. However, I can tell you that drow artifacts literally dissolve under the sun and degrade after a couple of days. Drow in the sun, unclear, but they definitely don't like it. They have sunlight sensitivity, same as Mr. Kobold.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Toland.
Aye.
What if I was, just throwing it out there, happened to lose, quotation marks, with his fingers, my shield? You make me another one, and I have some gold which I give to you for treasury. Would you make me another one? Maybe? I mean, I'm not bound to religion.
Altric. I'm not a fool. Don't sell the shield.
I wouldn't. You made it for me and I waited long enough. And I mean, just look how quickly you made those shades. I mean, I feel like you was reluctant to make the shield. I'm not letting go of it. Don't worry.
All the while,
for shield.
Yeah, all the while you guys discuss business plans and money management and armor and equipment management. Mr. Angelus, as soon as you've done the introductions, I guess you basically get back to your book because you're just like, oh, you're wondering where you are? And they're just like, nah, we've got money-making schemes to cook up here. And so you're just like, all right, fair enough, I've got spells I need to copy. And you just get back to work and you wait for them, and you guys can continue.
Hey, you. Orchuk immediately pokes. Where's the gnome? I want to poke him. Where is he on the map?
Well, the gnome would be over here. He hadn't quite made a token for himself yet.
I didn't know I was supposed to make one.
It's encouraged because then we can discern you from the blue man.
Well, I am now the blue man.
Yep.
I don't know how to make a token. I'll have to learn that later.
You just pick an image and we get the rest sorted.
Okay.
Yeah, you pick the image, we kill the blue man, and we replace the blue man with you.
For now, he's Mr. Blue Man.
Excuse me, little guy. Hello, I'm Ortrek, and just real quick, what's with those sweet little floaty fiery orb thingies? They are tickling my fancy. Oh, and yeah, and also, where are we? We found a strange step, and I was like, where the fuck not? We started walking up, and one thing led to another. Saw a giant. For some reason, we haven't killed it. We killed the other fucker. So, what gives?
I've not to be rude to our new hosts, but I too am kind of confused.
Well, I mean,
just saying, we chose to walk up the stairs.
I assume there was some purpose.
Did you though?
So,
yes.
You're at a sky gnome, or was it?
Well, I'm from Neverwinter Woods. I'm not from far at all.
Can you fly?
No, I got here the same way you did. Zephyros summoned me.
How long have you been here?
He's the giant.
Yes.
Does he have only one wings?
You have only what?
Never mind.
So, little buddy, why are you here? Did he stop this? Oh shit! Orchard starts thinking very drastically. Did he trap you here and take away the stairs? Is he gonna do that shit to us?
No, it's.
Nah,
I think you have it wrong. Zephyros is not like the others.
Yeah, Orchard's looking around very, very shocked. And said, oh shit.
Why has he summoned us here?
You would have to ask him, but I'd be. Wait till he comes out of his trance, but I'd warn you, they've been making him more eccentric of late, and you may want to be careful when he comes out.
Are there any tips you can give us?
His weapon.
No, I'm gonna put my hand on your arm and slowly make you push back the weapon.
Orchard starts speaking dwarven.
What are his likes and dislikes? Any personality quirks we should be aware of, or?
Well, you see what it is He's been trying to figure out the Sundering.
The
Every
Sundering.
every time he does, it's the Sundering, is it not?
What's the Sundering again?
Just to explain it, because the details I sent to you are unfairly vague on the Sundering, but he has explained it to you. The Sundering is a recent event in giant history, and he tells you this, Angelus, where after Tiamat recently was risen, the stirrings of draconic power rising upset a man, all-father of the giants, and the ordering was the hierarchy, which placed storm giants at the top, and then cloud giants beneath, then fire, then stone, no, winter, then fire, then stone, then hill.
Oh.
And with the rise of the draconic Tiamat rising from above to rekindle some giant hatred, a man decided that his children had gotten too soft, and to push them into redeveloping themselves, he sundered the ordering, causing all giant factions to rise up to prove themselves superior. And there we go.
That's bad.
Yeah, what he said.
Why did he?
So these giants are going to fight each other for supremacy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm asking him.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
Or Trekky's holding his hands up.
Well, what can
Why
we
is
do?
that a bad thing? They're killing each other. The giants. They
Yeah,
hate us. We hate them.
Well, the wars of men may wreck the hills of Ant, my friend.
the hills of Ant, yeah.
That
Why
is that is
why-
not good. Big people fight. Always small peoples get squashed.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
you've seen what they can do when a place like Nightstone's in the way.
Yeah.
Was that the giants? I thought the goblins slaughtered them all.
No, but the goblins can't drop giant boulders from the sky.
Don't you
I'm
fucking
guessing there
underestimate
is
them.
some kind of sky giant. It wouldn't, and I'm hoping, like, since I remember asking last session, this gnome, what was your name again? Angelus? I did ask you last time, I think, whether you've heard of Nightstone, and you said you answered to the negative.
Yes, this will have been true. It would not be a town you're overly familiar with, and you're not aware of the events that happened in Nightstone.
Right, so maybe it was this giant who squashed some of the people in Nightstone. Maybe it was some other cloud giant. But if this...
If you're saying that out loud, then I'm going to interject and be like, no, not Zephyros.
Right, okay. Sure thing, buddy. But,
In
yes.
Dwarvish, he's compromised.
we
Fucking giant lover!
We gotta take him out.
What I
Oh,
say,
no.
Khazad-dûm, aim for the head. Yeah.
Angelus,
But, yeah.
why has he summoned us here and then gone into a slumber?
I assume he's I don't think it's a slumber. I think right now he's in a trance.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
So how long will he take to come out of this trance?
it's been more erratic lately. You see, he's trying to fix this. I promise, that town night, he had nothing to do with that.
Nightstone.
Zephyros has kept me safe. In fact, he summoned me the same as you. It seems whoever he contacts in these trances he's been guiding him.
Can we wake him up? I feel like our time is precious.
No,
So
best not to anger the giants, my friend.
Good idea.
Don't poke the bear. Can I roll insight on Angelus to see if he's telling us the whole story?
Yeah,
Oh.
by all means.
Do it.
Oh, I like to do that too.
Can we
Yeah.
all join in?
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
all
See
listening.
if you can unmute me.
21
Ooh.
Excellent. That's a good roll, Nick. And that's
You are
a
a
good roll
book.
twist.
to me.
I mean, he
What's
is
it
right
trying
beside a
hardest?
huge open book. And Angelus, you've not said anything that you've hidden. He's being completely truthful.
I think we can trust this gnome.
I don't know.
In
mean-
Dwarvish, Just because he's telling the truth doesn't mean he knows the whole truth. What if he was told the half truth by the giant?
That's a fair point, but at least we can judge this gnome's character, regardless of whether he knows the whole story.
And he says to the gnome, Orchik Ironrot at your service, and offers a handshake, a nice one.
Yeah, you first have to like climb up that literal I think 15 feet is appropriate here to get to the top of that table. And
Right.
Mr. Forest Gnome, you basically kind of camped out up here. You're not getting down without having to get back up again without Zephyros's help, as it turns out. You've managed to like scuttle onto the chair, and then you climb up to the arm, and then you do a small leap over to the desk if you're really desperate. But yeah,
I kind of hold my
his hands out, wriggling his fingers like telling a baby to come to him. Jump! I got you! Come on, boy, come on!
I just like from the floor, I'll hold out my hand to the wizard, and I'll hope he's got mage hand or something.
oh yeah.
You want me to help you up?
No, I just want to shake your hand.
Yeah, you didn't
I do
take
have
care
a
of us. Tolland, he's not shaking a hand.
Shake your hand.
Don't fucking trust this little shit all of a sudden.
Okay.
I mean, I'll scurry over and meet you.
You know what? Ultrich's gonna ask something. He's racked his little brain. So, little gnome, we've been summoned. You told us the giant boss, whatever the fuck his name is in a trance. What are your, he points at you, intentions now?
Oh, blessing.
Bless you. I'm probably gonna get all excited and be like, study him, of course. He's literally the most interesting spellcaster I've ever met in my life, and possibly the greatest. Also, and I'm gonna point at the 250-pound book next to me. Look at it! I mean, look at it!
It's too fucking high for me to see. Not happening, mate. If you was to push it down and come down to us, I could see and look at it, maybe.
Well, you guys can
Chris
actually
is
catch.
going to back off a bit because that book is huge.
You can see the outside of it, and it's enough wood to weigh 250 pounds, but it has gilded silver coins that dot around the rim of the leather sort of outer casing of it. So it's kind of studded with silver coins.
Can Ultrich make out any of the title? Because he can read and write giant.
Not from where you are. But, I mean, if you want any relaying, it literally says Zephyros's book. Zephyros's tome, you know.
Well, we've came here and found a sleeping giant and got told not to wake him up. Don't know when he's waking up. People downstairs are being slaughtered, so to speak. What say we just give
Set
the
up camp.
bear a poke?
No.
Just
idea.
make yourselves at home.
Okay, well, I guess that's what we've been doing. I just took an hour out to make my friend some reading glasses.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look around and see if there's anything useful.
Just please be
I
mindful.
want to see if
of what
there's
you
any
touch.
like loot
I like.
from dwarven places, because I might recognize that.
Can Orchek investigate these stones? I've been fascinated with these for a while.
So first and foremost, while you work on what is essentially a long rest, you guys are where you should be at level 5 now, right?
4?
Four.
We'll still fall.
Well, during this long rest, you can actually be level 5.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
That was a profitable conversation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, indeed.
You should talk to me more.
Oh, I feel that giant's heart in me.
My
Growing
brain!
stronger.
Ugh.
No, absolutely.
Wait, who was it that ate that giant's heart last time?
Oh, it was me, Orchek.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, Lannister. I've got you with me, yeah, don't I? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is day 1. We've got some time to go.
What is it?
I can't say.
Nothing ominous about that.
Oh, you're dying.
Was it when I put that blood on my lips?
Sounds about right.
I am disease resistant, so just want to...
Oh, okay. This actually may have importance. All right.
As the paladin with divine health.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. So, just
So I can drink goblin blood.
Yeah.
just to tell you what you what you could have won, Johnny.
Yeah.
I wonder where diseases are, but yeah, you are immune to them. I think it's called sewer rot, which which is the sound from drinking some nasty, dirty, infested water.
I have an iron gut.
Yeah, you do. You do. You do now. And so yeah, you're gonna work that out. When did you get that?
You get that at level 3.
Ah, well, all right then. But yeah, it was sewer plague. That's what it was. Just things that illness that incubate in sewers, refuge heaps, stagnant swamps. Oh yeah.
That could have been a disaster.
Yeah. It could have been the sight rot. I was thinking of giving that to Ultric. Anyway, enough of that fun stuff. But yeah, you can all do some investigation, exploring, and what have you during basically what is a long rest. So, conduct your business as you will.
Could I climb up and do an insight check on this book or an arcana check or...
You are not of the arcane mind. Do you have an arcane proficiency?
I don't know.
Then no.
Can I do an investigation check?
No,
Religion?
This is not. No, definitely not. This is not your area of expertise in the slightest. You don't know how to approach it, and there is, especially when you and after a bit of while and help and assistance, you will get up onto that table. But when you get up there and Mr. Forest Gnome is going up there, he is just... This is code. This is data. This is ones and zeros. Nice one, Tominus. Remember to add your constitution modifier to it. Mr. Lannister, when you're looking at that, you're looking at ones and zeros. And Mr. Angelus is saying, I don't even see the code anymore. Redhead, brunette. It's that much of a difference.
I like it.
That's quite the book you got there.
God, don't I wish it was mine. As I scribble into my tiny little book.
Well, having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card.
Nice. But yeah, Angelus, just to repeat, what you have been doing is, it's not just you copy and paste. You have to decipher what Zephyros meant. Well done, Angelus.
Ooh.
Well done.
Ooh.
Your
Is
focus
there
was
anything to
elsewhere.
re-roll that?
No.
I'm okay with it. I'll take my one hit point.
This is what wizards are for. But yeah, no,
Comedic relief.
you
My wizard died yesterday, by the way.
You basically are spending your time not just like copying and pasting. You are reverse engineering and trying to unravel the random curly notes that this giant has left, because this is Spellcaster 101 of making a spell book. You make it difficult for others to pick up. You do not make it easy to pick up and learn. But being of the intuitive mind that you are, you will make progress. It just takes a while.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what you get up to. Lannister, your search reveals nothing. There's nothing you can discern other than this book could probably be worth something to somebody.
Roger that.
What does what does everybody else get up to?
Can I use knowledge history to learn more?
About?
History.
History.
I want to unravel the rolls of time. I want to unravel the past. Well, I need something that you want to learn. I can't just have a vague.
That is okay. Because technically, right now, I had nothing in mind. I'm sorry.
History of the tower, perhaps.
Yeah, could we not
Maybe
just look
that
around
rose
this
itself?
huge room and just wonder what it is or where it's from or?
Certainly. There is some immediate information I can tell you. Built by giants. Has to be. And Twist, you can share some of your giant history advantageness because favorite enemy. And Cloud Giants...
Oh yeah, and historical knowledge.
Yeah. But Cloud Giants, part of your hunting proficiency. Cloud Giants do craft buildings on top of clouds. They literally are most adept to forming the clouds and turning them into floating castles in the sky. So this will most definitely be giant built. And it is... that's about all you know. It is not a tower of legend. It is not one that has come into the bardic books of old or new. It is definitely a lone-ass random tower that nobody has heard or known about before.
Well, these giants, they can build stuff on cloud. I never understand how they manage to do it. I heard that some people walk on cloud and they fall down right to the earth. And yet the cruddiest cloud giants can do it. It's fascinating.
Oh, give me... you are not proficient with Arcana, are you?
I do not.
Alright, give me an Arcana check anyway, with advantage. Alright. Yeah, you don't... You feel like you remember something, but you lost it. And it eats away at you.
Something on your mind, Tetris.
I'm going to spend this time in quiet repose, praying to Moradin, and the way I pray is, in this case, I'll be taking out some little pebbles and shaping them Andy Dufresne style into little figurines that kind of look like the party members, but are a bit abstract.
Ah, nice. I hoped you would say chess pieces, and you also, Andy Dufresne, bust out of here, and and then
I jump through a lady's portrait.
Yeah, exactly, and then out through the clouds and escape down, fall 1,000 feet and die.
Swimming through a river of shit. No, I just spend my time trying to. I'm not asking my god anything particular. Just feel closer to Moradin.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen, but there is a possibility you would survive a fall from this high. It would only take 20d6.
I'm gonna not do that.
20d6.
I could survive that actually.
Yeah, it can.
If they roll all ones.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. If they roll all twos, no, you would be barely alive.
No, I'd be dead. I've got. Oh no, I would be. I've got 47 HP now.
Yeah. But just saying.
I'm not gonna.
Just so you actually know the stakes, because everyone's like, what's a fall from this height really like? Something like that. I
can make a metal parachute.
Yes, and it blows up like a lead balloon. Now, yeah. You guys basically chill, and you make yourself very comfy for the evening. As comfy as you can, really. It's a very nice summer evening, so being up this high, you actually are able to enjoy a nice breeze that flows in through this high altitude. So you guys are actually, for the first time, being able to cool off. Totally representational to the... Okay, one of you also has a hairball, and you deal with that, and it's a refreshing hairball.
He hates it. It's too cool. He wants to be hot.
Okay.
All check demands heat.
Okay, damn. Oh yeah, because you're a burnt man, one with the fire. Yes, God.
Damn right I am.
God.
I hate it here.
Hey, Arthur. Speaking of sky, I do heard someone one of those myths. There seemed to be one mage who seemed to jump so high he fall to the ground dead.
What?
No, he just making some gossip talking to Audrey.
Okay. Nice.
Are we still in the long rest, yeah?
Yeah, basically this long rest will happen and you guys have nothing to worry about. But midway during that, finally, your mysterious host finally comes floating down. And he does float down, and he has this long purple flashy robe on, these nice sort of hooped earrings made of gold, while his eyes look a little bit glassed over, and he is not entirely bald, as that picture may show. He has got some very wispy very wispy, frail hair that looks very transparent on him across his beard and towards the sides of his head. And he comes down as he just goes, sorry, where's that gnome? Where's that gnome? Oh, Angel was it? Yes. You got the friends here. Oh, I'm glad. I'm sorry I was asleep for so long, all of you. I do apologize for that. I was a little bit lost between some of the vomiting clouds, but don't worry about that. Please, welcome to my tower. I have been communing with various amounts of spirits, elementals, elder ones, some shapeless creatures.
Ortrek asks immediately in Giant, aren't you gonna offer your name? Be polite?
Oh, yes.
Longshank?
You cut him off as he's still doing that.
He was just waiting for a name. He lost his patience.
Yeah, that's fine. Because, yes, of course, Ortrek. My name's Eferos.
Ortrek immediately stopped. How do you know my name?
Oh, I know all your names. Lannister, Twist, Torland, he pauses at the monk for a little bit. Wartle and Angelus here, Mr. Angel, of course. They've Blue Guy. My name, that's Blue Guy to you, mister. And he just goes, no, I've been shared various portions of your names back and forth, although they were half your name, half of somebody else's name. No, over time, I got the other half and been able to connect the two, and I've come to know all your names.
Huh. Why have you summoned us here?
Oh, well, my job is to facilitate you in your grander role. You all are part of what's going to help fix the Ordering. One way or another, the Fates have deemed it that, through my help, taking you where you need to go, and just helping you, that you will understand your greater role in the Ordering. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter what you do, but whatever you do, you will set into motion the reordering of the giants. You will establish order by whatever means that you do, and by doing so, you will establish peace.
And I suppose this means re-establishing the Ordering to its original setup, not putting cloud giants on the top.
Yes, but not necessarily. It's unclear. The Ordering is in a state of flux. And while there are certainly, the Storm Giants were good rulers in that they had restraint and consideration for the small folk, King Hackerton, wherever he is right now, certainly was a good king for Storm Giants. He was. The disappearance of his wife didn't help much, but anyway, they could well be a new order where Cloud Giants are on top. It could be one where Hill Giants, dumb as they are in charge because all other giants
interjects in Giants. Not happening.
And he's just like, well, it could be because they're the only ones left.
No.
By default, you could kill the rest of them off. You might kill me off. Well, all right, but either way, whatever you do, there will be some new order that's established through your deeds. And I'm here to give you the freedom to go out and do these.
We've got a couple questions first.
Please, absolutely. I'm happy to answer your mouth.
Do you know what happened to Nightstone?
I don't. I haven't. Where is Nightstone?
Something was stolen. And it was a Nightstone.
Oh.
The Nightstone of Nightstone.
Right. No. What happened? Please tell me.
Do you know it?
It looked like cloud giants to me.
Yeah.
Boulders dropping vertically down, crushing the people, and the central Nightstone, powers unknown to us, taken.
And he goes, oh, I do very much apologize for my kin then. I don't associate myself with them. I keep myself to my studies, and after I've helped you on your way, I'll conduct myself over to the Moonshade Isles to do research. But I have no intention of helping Countess Sansuri and those that follow her, really. I keep to myself, and I don't mean to intend any harm to others. He's being entirely truthful, Curtis. He is the BFG of this campaign.
Okay.
With that insight.
Yeah, I was going to say, not there.
Chuck narrows his eyes.
Do you know anything between orcs and elves? There was a battle at Nightstone.
No, I don't. I've never even been to Nightstone, quite honestly.
So how does this work? Do you have like a set of missions for us to complete, or
no?
Like, are you just here to wish us well on the path that fate will set before us?
Well, I could certainly help you where you're going. Where do you intend to go?
You summoned us
To where all the giants are, the largest amount, and to chop them to little bits.
We were on our way to...
Sewer bin, is that correct?
No. I made some notes, but it's...
Tribor is what you want to go
Tribor.
for. There is a sundries / adventurers shop, essentially, where the ex of one of the vendors back at Nightstone who died, you're going over to inform the tragic death of her former ex.
Right. And also, I think I know someone who's in that area.
Yes.
Right.
Or who might have passed through, yes.
What was that? I made notes last time, but I think they got deleted or something. What was that place called? Tribal?
Yes. North of the Sumber Hills. And, you explain this, and Zephyros says that I'm more than happy to take you over there in my castle, or tower, and to make yourselves at home here.
Can you stay camouflaged? Like, I wouldn't want the people of Tribor to be caused any undue alarm.
Zephyros says, with a bit of a smile, that we are the cloud.
Okay.
Ortreg asks in Giant, what's your end game? What's your desires? Who do you want to win this giant scrap?
Oh, I don't really mind who wins this giant scrap, but the small folk who are so inquisitive and so perceptive, and many of them are good-natured, such as yourselves, they're going to get hurt in the middle of this fight, which serves no good to anybody. I don't follow any particular side. I only want there to be peace, and I don't want the catastrophes that will be brought out by Sansuri's eager lust for ancient magics to get those innocent involved in the way.
Wait.
How legit is he, based on my roll?
I'm gonna have less insight rolls now. This will just be based on role play at this point, as I've already given some stuff about him.
So,
you said magic items.
Oh yes. Yes, Countess Sansuri has been doggedly trying to unearth dragon holds, both still dominated by a living dragon or possibly abandoned, as she believes that our ancestors, fellow cloud giants, had great weapons of magnitude, and they sneakily, or rather lost them in fights with dragons, or used them to be kept safe by dragon hordes. One way or another, she believes that the key to our power lies in the clutches of dragons of today.
So we got to kill dragons now, giants? I mean,
Oh no!
I don't know. I
think we just continue. He's just here to congratulate us on the path that fate has set out for us. All we have to do, if I'm interpreting this correctly, is follow our hearts, follow our various faiths.
If I may, I can just create. I can edit this with a slight edit. Trust your hearts. Let fate decide to guide these lives we see.
Oh, wait, that's Paradise Untouched by Man.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. I start singing that.
Yes.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's how I interpret this.
Zephyros
I intend to follow Moradin to whatever destiny may hold.
Will you be there to aid us if we need you on call?
Oh, I mustn't. No, I very much mustn't. My tampering in your affairs, outside of helping you along the way, will cause your fate to diverge. No, the spirits that have definitely driven me have told me not to directly interfere.
Will you be watching over us?
No, I won't. But I will certainly check in through communions. After I've helped you on your way, I go to the Moonshade Isles to research the very magical wildlife that goes on over there. Fascinating stuff. But no, once I've seen you on your way, I'll wish you well. And the best I can do is to help your wizard, Mr. Angel over here, with some new spells.
Why are you telling us all this if fate's gonna happen anyway?
True.
And you don't seem to care one way or the other how it gets resolved. You could have just left us walking around and fate, he waggles his fingers in the air, would have provided.
No, my communion told me that I should assist you now, and to tell you about your greater part in all this. This should inevitably help you set into motion the peace to come. So I asked about this, I was advised to do it, and I'm following through with it.
Who told you about fate?
May I ask, who have you been communing with? Is it?
Oh, all sorts. Absolutely. I spoke to one living thunderstorm at one point. Another time I spoke to a creature that was coiling around the world at one point. It tried eating a nightmare of mine, but I didn't let it. The other time I was talking to my former cloud giant god. He was not too willing to talk to me at that time, but we got through some things in the end. After that, I remember I spoke to a tree at one point. I'm not entirely sure. The
Trees
developed
are very
a skull.
wise.
In Dwarvish, he's a loony.
No. This seems good. This seems good. I'm down for following.
Was that the
I've
world
been
serpent?
following fate all my life.
Did you just reference the world serpent?
Well, you're asking a meta question, which I won't go with. As for what he will basically say, a world serpent, maybe, or it could have been a very small world. It could have been a little marble in the coloration of a world. It looked like a very small snake, I'll be honest with you. But then that snake already changed into like a pile of liver, so I was very confused at the time. But the liver was very agreeable.
Well, thank you. I guess let's not let keep fate waiting. Let's be on our way.
Well, I mean, I'm the guides offered advice that I can take you to Dryball. This tower doesn't just stay here. There's a steering wheel, as you like. That's more appropriate. Angelus, this is completely not true. He has what's known as just like a sphere that he uses to control this cloud castle. He can direct it wherever you guys need to go. And he basically says that I can give you some clear passage to Tribor. It shouldn't take any more than 11 and a half days. It'll be longer on foot. And I go as the crow flies, of course.
Very well. Thank you.
Yes, it's my pleasure.
Huddle, lads. Could we just have a moment to talk this through to ourselves?
Yes, you try to huddle in a circle, and you're like,
and
he's just like,
would you like members a minute? Only.
Yes, don't worry. I can give you a moment. And he drifts directly upwards, not needing to mutter any spells or anything like that. Yeah.
All right, he's gone.
He's full of shit. We need to get the fuck out of here.
No. This seems fine to me. This seems fine. I'm down. I'm down for this. I think I've been greatly worried about the great giant things, politics that have been going on, like the destruction of the small folk. And I thought that my Fate was disconnected. I was just on my own path. But now that Moradin has sent this guy to confirm our greater destinies, I am ready to make myself useful.
Ultrek looks at you deadpanned. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in destiny. And I sure as hell don't believe he speaks for the dwarf god Moradin.
I swear to God, Ultrich, if you say you don't believe in fairies...
Fairies aren't real.
Oh, no! No! No!
Take the bell! No!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You've done it!
I'll cook you.
Your fairy dragon familiar just died. You didn't have one, you could have had one, it's dead.
Outrick, my friend. Well, doesn't really matter. I'm not sure why he decided to contact us, and any help he gives us will be fine. Like, he's not gonna, like, give us orders or tell us what to do. According to him, we just need to do what comes naturally, and our greater destiny will be revealed. He's not gonna, like, we don't have to trust him. We just have to keep on doing what we're doing and accept his help. We're not investing any cost here.
Right.
How much are you going to put your fate on this, darling?
Well, what do we? Okay, so say we don't trust this guy. What would we do, huh? Would we like
take shifts while sleeping? One.
No, but we're not even like. So you think he's gonna grind our bones to make his bread in the next 11 days?
He could cast a spell on us to make us obey him.
He would have done it already. He's a very powerful giant. He could have done it as soon as he walked in the front door.
Oh, Angelus, just to tell these guys, like, the power he does have, you're not entirely sure on everything it can do, but you know that the staff that he has is pretty serious stuff. You don't know what it is in its entirety. What you know is that it is some serious shit.
Well, in any case, we are heading to Tribal, and that is a plus.
Yes. So even if we don't trust this guy, like, we just need to keep on doing what we're doing after he drops us off, and if we'll kill any giants we find that are causing a ruckus, and just if we hear anything, well, we just need to keep doing as comes naturally. There's no problem. We just got an extra eye in the sky.
I'm just saying, should we? What if something's about to happen up the road and he's trying to get us to skip over it? I'm just saying, I'll listen to Torrent. It's all over the shield, but it just seems like he's providing us horses, so to speak, to get somewhere real quick. And after that, he doesn't care so much because Destiny will provide.
Mr. Angelus, you know that if you want to, he's not keeping you. You can leave at any time. And the same would apply for you guys. If you do want to bail ship now, that's totally fine.
I'll say that. Hey, Angelus, in case we wanted to bail ship right now, like, is there a rope or how would that work?
I mean, you just have to ask. He'll make the stairs appear. No one kept me here. I stayed because, I mean, look at him. Again, look at him.
I know, he's hot.
So hot.
I'm glad he's single because I'm going to climb that like a tree.
Actually, you know, his robe is kind of making him hot. I say it's the robe. That purple.
Yeah, while he was floating up, I couldn't help notice a little peek under his robes. I was just looking up and it just caught my eye.
Tiny too.
I mean, if you legit want to do that, I won't hesitate to tell you.
I was not legit doing that.
Okay, because he is an
As soon as Torland tore a hint of a ball, he would have averted his gaze. He's a good Christian boy.
The hint of a ball. I mean, he is just basically a crazy wizard in a bathrobe, or sorcerer in a bathrobe. So legit, if there was a man to be nude beneath the robe, this would be legit.
I say, well, you know, should we take a vote?
How many votes do you look up his skirt? I vote myself.
I'm not suggesting we leave early because he might turn the stairs off us halfway down.
If he wanted to kill us, he could just do it.
but he claims to need us. I'm saying he's manipulating us.
How?
He claims he wants destiny. He claims he wants peace. After he just basically ferries us somewhere, he's going to go off and research random shit, putting no more effort into resolving giant problems, which he is a giant, and it's his fucking problem.
It's everyone's problem.
Yeah,
I do admit I'm a bit concerned that he's not giving us more help, but I don't know, like he just clued us in that we're part of some big destiny stuff, so that's enough for me.
Artrick, let's look at this way. If this is truly our destiny, once we ran in tribals, do our things, even if we escape, then sooner or later the destiny will bounce us in anyway. So we can take a bet on that and see if the destiny literally is the real deal or not.
You know what? I was going to argue more. My destiny is to die in a fire, getting a glorious end.
There will be plenty of fires ahead, don't worry.
You've always been right so far. You've killed a giant. I have not killed a giant. I hope to God if he turns on us, you snipe him in the arse. Fuck it.
You said hope to God. That counts. That counts as more than worship. I win.
Nice.
Yeah. Details. Fine.
And I walk to Angevin and say like, just be careful. Some things. Don't stand in front of me. I tend to have a problem with mage on that regard. Not a big deal. Just that I happen to shot some mage in the ass.
Does it sound like a threat? Like
No,
it is purely accident, and you can have my word on it. And I show him this gold symbols of my deities to let the gnomes know that I'm saying the truth. It's always an accident. Maybe it's a destiny, but just to let him know as a forewarning.
Wow.
All right, I will always stand behind it.
Shit, he threatened to kill this new guy. I thought I was violent.
I simply want to give him a fair warning that not all kobolds are bad, just bad luck.
And the same
Bad luck to cross you? Oh. Alright, fuck it. We take the ferry, whatever the fuck he's doing.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
11.5 days.
Do we have enough food in that for?
I'm glad you asked. I can scavenge food for everyone. This giant son of a bitch eats food, right? So therefore, one portion equals, about a week's worth for us, probably. Fuck him. Let's just.
I'm sure our host will be gracious. Angelus, what's the food situation like on this cruise liner?
There is actually some options.
Is there a comedy night?
No, you can make one, but no. Angelus, Zephyros employs an eyrie of 4 nested griffins who basically treat this place as a mobile home, and it works out very nicely for them. And they are trained and friendly towards Zephyros, and they essentially spend the day hunting and gather up some food and whatnot to be nibbled on. Zephyros eats lightly, given that he's more or less on an LSD trip most of his life, while
he doesn't have massive munchies.
Yeah, I mean, it's the opposite. He's so in tune with the cosmos and the entities involved with it. Sometimes he may want to lick a stone, while other days he's trying to eat an entire, a pig, So it goes back and forth with him. Maybe one day he'll crave nibbling a cactus. It all goes really weird for him. But the griffins have a reliable predatorial need for small game that they can carry. Being large, they can grab up a whole pig if it steals from a farmer, So yeah, there's options.
Yeah, but they're up there.
I guess I can try animal handling on the griffins and see if he can bring something nice for us.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been? So you've been eating stuff that griffins bring you?
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, well, I'm down.
That doesn't sound so far-fetched,
can't we just eat our rations and refill later? Are we sure we trust him enough to eat anything when provided?
I trust it more than a hill giant's heart, Outrick.
Yeah.
And look at my pecs! Look at how strong I am! Look!
Oh god, one of them's falling off.
Yeah, you all get a peek at the scorched, bloodied, dust-covered nastiness of all.
Have you been working out?
I kid you not, I go to sleep again and I feel stronger than ever, yet again! I go to sleep again, I feel stronger! I kid you not, I could bench press that fucking Zacharias next time I see him.
You know what? I just want a repeat of this hill giant's heart. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Ultric.
Oh, damn it! No, why?
You just boast about it too much.
Fuck
you!
you! No!
Yeah, so you just got a little bit overexcited.
As you're bragging about it.
Yeah.
I suppose that was a chundering of power.
Look at the pecs! It's
Those are all
fine.
toxins.
Oh, Angela, we talked about making your own spell. Please make Chunder of Power. I'm sorry.
Alright, maybe eating a giant's heart gave me super strength. It did not, however, go down properly. Maybe we could find a smart guy to refine the process. Make it better with no bad shit afterwards.
I'm
Huh?
telling you. Artisanal food like this doesn't sit well with me.
You know what? Fuck you. And he scoops the chums back up and he's going to re-swallow it.
Oh.
Okay.
That's his
God.
strength.
Constitution
Torrent's
saving
gonna make
throw.
up. I cast command and I command him to drop it.
It's okay. He already rolled a 6, and he already had like a -5 to this. So,
Okay, he spits it out.
no, I'm
My
sorry.
strength!
You Chunder of Power spit it out. Torland, do you have inspiration?
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't award it for Chunder of
That's
Power.
alright, don't worry about it.
I would have wanted to for Chunder of Power. It's
Well, I didn't say that, did I? Oh,
you
yeah, I did.
Yeah, no. Take credit. It was beautiful. It was a majestic thing.
Torland's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw to see if he chunders at this site.
Stop.
Yes!
No.
Should we all start rolling Constitution saving?
No. You're fine. You're fine.
You like
Nick.
that
Yes, you
Family
do.
Guy scene where everyone just starts vomiting.
I cough. I
No.
turn my head and cough.
did. No, please. You can't
Oh
have
god,
that.
you I have to puke.
Oh, please. No, it's too
Welcome to the
Alan,
party, Angela.
Please, I'm scared.
This is us.
Oh,
This is us.
Go on. Give me your con then. I know you want to bad enough. If you really want to, Lannister. Oh my goodness. Well,
It's
you're
fine.
immune to
We
being.
know we can find another heart.
Lannister, you're immune to being like diseased. Well, not immune to being sick, I guess. All right, you pass.
Cool.
You know, you just
I'm
spit
gonna
about
pick some up
blood.
and eat it. No, I'm joking.
Oh, great. Oh.
So what are we doing? Are we waiting the 11 days out now then, or?
I suggest you clean
firstly,
that
maybe
food.
you tell Zephyros that you're ready to have him come back, and you know you've had your privacy.
Oh yes. Yeah.
How have
fine.
we need to initiate Angelus into the group as well, I guess. don't
Yeah,
we?
make him eat whatever remains of whatever portion of giant heart out of the Chunder
We have
power.
a series of tests to determine whether you're worthy of staying with us.
Yeah, do it by all
Do
means.
you plan on staying here, Angelus, or do you?
Well, as interesting as it is,
Why don't you show us
I
a
also
trick?
have a destiny.
Show us
Oh,
a trick. Yeah. Yeah. A wizardly
I will
ways.
use Mage Hand to give him a wedgie.
Give who a wedgie?
Whoever was just speaking.
That's me, Torland.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, it's some thick underwear because.
Oh man, it's like chainmail as well.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Angelus,
Chainmail
there was some.
underwear.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna need some talc.
yeah, Angelus, maybe there was a little bit of hesitation since Zephyros's warm up was like, I shall take you to the fated ones to fight giants and save the Sword Coast. And then you've got Ulrich like, come join us.
Puking, passing out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't worry, from what I've read, all adventures start like this.
So after he does that, I'm gonna go up to him, shake his hand, and say, "Welcome to the group. We can use a wizard like you."
Nice.
Yeah,
We're friends.
I'll walk up to him and say, "You seem weird. You'll fit right in."
Twist go in and hugs Angelus. Please be the same one.
Twist, give me a dexterity check as you accidentally pass over the gender of power. It's an acrobatics.
Aww.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatic? Okay.
Yeah, because you're good with acrobatics. You're good.
Same shit.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
So I guess we better cool down Zephyrus.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do we do
Let them
that?
know that we are content to stay.
I shout in Giant to try and call him as loud as I can.
Yeah.
Hey!
I also talk to him in like shouting Giants, like, "We ready?"
Okay, yeah.
I'm surprised about how many of us speak giant. We really
I
are
am as well.
the fated group.
Yeah, right?
Right?
It's almost like all the meta planning has paid off. Alright, so Zephyros comes down and he hovers above the pile of sick, but he doesn't go beyond looking at it curiously as he's just like, Oh, yes, you, the most disgusting one. Don't take that wrongly.
Ulrich looks at Torland.
Don't take that too wrongly, but
Cute.
yes, no. You may find yourself to be it's difficult to adapt giantness, the essence of a giant into your being. But if you were to give your blood, it may qualify to a potion of hill giant strength.
My blood?
Oh yes.
My blood is the blood of giants.
No, not necessarily. It's just got a uniqueness to it. I won't be concocting it myself, and I won't ask to do that, It's not for me. Thank you. But no. Your blood
It'll
will
probably
be...
be a step down, am I right?
Your blood might actually be something of alchemical and magical use. But you are going to be feeling much sick for it. Quite sick for it.
What's in it for me? How many potions, every find giant strength do I get? And who makes the potions?
Oh, that's entirely up to you and how healthy you live, who you go to see. And this is just a suggestion. I don't even think you should do it, maybe. Because, you may deflate. And once you deflate, you then go a bit flat. And that won't be any good.
Listen, Sonny, I lose blood every single fucking battle. I've been bitched out by goblins, orcs, nearly got killed by a giant. In fact, while he was already dead, my asshole party member stabbed me with a spear while I was inside the giant. I lose blood. I have blood to spare for days.
It's true. He's
I can
very
rush on that.
high pressure.
And that's the moment Ulrich became the Deadpool of the group. No, but he's just like, all right, I'll take your word for it. I mean, needless to say, I've lost both my eyeballs and they come back after eating them, so yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Can you replace your heart afterwards? I'm asking you for a friend.
I don't want to say yes, because I've seen it happen, but I know that was part of a little trip I had after I communed last time, or time before rather. But I know my heart was out of me for a couple of occasions, but there were still veins attached and there were still tubes. They were just all hovering while they were coming out of my mouth. So bottom line, no, I don't want to try that. I think it's just what I've seen.
Ulrich licks his lips. Okay, never mind. No way we can fight any giants around here. I have a mission. Become the giant, eat the giant. My blood is of giants.
Oh,
yes.
God. I don't want to encourage this, but I also kind of do.
May I ask? I wish to be a courteous guest in our 11 days voyage, since we are accepting your most gracious offer. Are there any areas that are out of bounds to us, or
No, not at all. You give me. I mean, you're not going to come up to my room since it's 100 feet above the ground floor easily. But if you want to, I'm more than happy to show you. There's nothing to hide here.
Could you? Is it possible for me to commune with one of the things that you were talking about?
A tree?
That's going to be.
Tree?
That's going.
I would like to.
That's going to be a no. And Angelus, you can confirm this as they explain in intricacies the kind of something a cleric wouldn't really pick up on, because a god middle parties your spells. They directly influence the weave, whereas you ask a god to do it for you, and you think you know what you ask for it, and the god gives it. These guys can explain the various channels of what it takes to go back through seeing the beginning of the world as it was built in its middle age, and then when the primordial splintered off, and remembering each war to recall the name of the entity that they call upon. And you're just like, no, I can't. But basically, it's not a spell that he can share with others. It's a thing he directly talks to a creature, his mind drifts out of him, and sometimes each time he does it, his mind gets a bit lost temporarily.
Orchek pulls out a torch.
But he does say to you, well, I mean, after my last session, I don't always, float about in the soup, as it were, but I can ask something for you if you like. All I do is I set the tower to go, we'll set it in motion, and I can ask some of the spirits something if you like.
I think it would be interesting. Random. I think it would just be interesting to converse with one of these spirits. I must admit, I've always been curious as to what a tree has to say.
Not a lot, honestly. You may be surprised, but you talked about Moradin. I could try to ask Moradin something for you if you like.
Well, I could. He usually is pretty direct with me. No, there's nothing in particular. He talks to me. We've got a good relationship. Thank you.
Very well. He said as much anyway, so that makes sense.
Hey, I feel great.
Nice.
Orchek points at the lighted torch. If you're such a great spellcaster and shit, can you teach me how to control fire? Got anything lying around? Make that happen, eh?
So he goes, why, yes, you have something on you already that can do that. You small folk call it a tinder. Apparently you just swipe the rock again, you swipe the bit of the I don't know what it is. It's like a matchstick or a piece of wood or whatever against the box. You swipe the right against the box, and you get some fire going.
He looks at you cross-eyed. Okay, ask a stupid question, ask a stupid answer. I get it.
Ask a stupid question, ask a stupid answer.
Orchek not too smart.
That sounds like something Eltrick would say.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Oh, beautiful.
Well, you know everything about me, obviously. But if you ever need me to, do some crafty work around the place, I'd be very happy to help around if you have anything that needs fixing.
Oh, not at all. No, my tower is pretty much in top order. Nothing really bothers me here. It's not damaged in the slightest. Sorry. You're welcome to make something. Like maybe a statue of yourself, if you like. My cloud could do with a few ornaments if you felt so inclined. I thought maybe some ornaments might be cool, but other than that, no. I don't need anything. I'm perfectly set as I am.
Very well.
Right.
So, should we kick it for the long haul?
Yeah, sure. If anyone has any craft requests...
You beat me to it. I was going to ask you something. Well, could you possibly create...
Let's do it in roll.
Yeah, so just before we get to that, Zephyros is like, so then, to Tribor, was it?
The Tribor.
Aye.
Very good. You know where I am? Just shout for me, and I'll be there. And he floats on back up 100 feet above your heads. He goes out of sight, and then you. It is much more silent than that. It is. You feel gentle gusts of summery pleasant winds just sort of rise up off the floor and kind of swift around all of your beings as he just basically just gently levitates off from the ground. It's not like a true fly, it's just a levitate, as it were. But anyway, he goes up from above and you can feel, not the wind, but you can definitely feel momentum start to pick up as you can feel that the tower does begin to move in a northeast direction. And yeah, now you can deal with what you like as you please. I would like to have your activity summed up across 3 days of being here.
Okay. Well, I think I would like just to explore. So if anyone wants to talk to me, then you can find me at like various places around the castle. I just want to admire particularly the crafty, like any weird artifacts or like interesting craftiness that I can like relate to and think about how particular things were made and things like that.
Yeah, interesting approach. The most interesting thing that makes up this whole situation is perhaps some 80-foot high ceiling to tall slender windows with panes of stained glass in Zephyros's room, an enormous giant-sized bed, but also with an enormous wooden chest, which obviously seems to be like his personal looting chest. But you know that along from his various journals, which he tells you he keeps there, but he has no reason in sharing, so he keeps it private. But he has heights. The chest goes as far as 20 feet by 40 by 60 feet. And the most interesting thing he has is a navigation orb, which is this 7-foot in diameter sphere of polished mithril with a large rune embossed onto its outer surface. And now, do you speak Giant, Torrent?
I do not.
Well, you can recognize the script. Hang on. And I'm going to share it with you. And now is the time to share it, I think. If I can.
Maybe if I was particularly interested in this item, I would ask Twiss or Altric to translate.
But you can actually sound out the word. This is interesting. This is when you like, I don't know how to compare it to. I guess when you're Chinese and you're going from the, I don't know, you recognize Japanese hiragana because of it. I guess basically you are able to sound out the word, and later when you repeat the sound back to somebody who translates Giant, they describe it as the word sky.
And Scar.
Yeah, and it seems that is what is being used to manipulate the tower.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, and it's made of mithril.
Yes, it is.
Have I ever worked with mithril before? I don't know.
Probably on a few days. Definitely when that merchant guy came by, you would have definitely worked with something mithril between there. Certainly. You made a great weapon, didn't you? A sword, was it? Or
that was Gwyn. I can't remember her name. She made it.
She would have used mithril, I think.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
But some interesting stuff. He has like a large electrum comb, of all things, a giant pair of sandals, assortment of robes of some very fanciful descriptions. At the top, he has the eyrie, which is just like a nice nesting ground. That's a nice bird home, really. But yeah, nothing really out of place otherwise.
Ortrek is going to ask Torland for a crafting request, which he believes will help everyone.
Okay, you can find him looking out across like a pavilion or something with the clouds in the background.
Alrighty. Torland!
Oh, hello.
I've had one of those strange good thoughts that happens every so often.
Like a wet dream?
More like a hot dream. Anywho, speaking about the giant, he mentioned my blood is ultra fucking sexy and all that. Yes.
He said that you might die, but go on.
Well, with that in mind, and dying is no bad feat, but dying due to blood loss from my own hand is stupid. What if we was to make a shitload of vials of flax and, just top it up every so often? Let it replenish naturally over time and stockpile this shit for, refinement later on.
I don't see why that shouldn't be possible. I could make you a set of vials if you want to do that yourself.
He actually has a vial and he shows you. I need something like this. I mean, look at our group. We got... I'm not going to lie, besides us and the kobold, everyone else looks like they can't bench press shit. They need my blood. They need Ortrek inside them.
Gross.
Everyone needs Ortrek inside them.
So what you want a little kit to take samples of your own blood?
Yes, sirree. I need a vial. And good shit to not spill that blood and get it in there properly.
Is a syringe a stretch? That sounds like it would be a bit of a stretch with my powers. I doubt I can make a syringe.
What about a sieve?
A sieve for blood?
You're the smart one. You fucking tell me, laddie.
Tell you what, I'll do the thinking. All right, I'll do the thinking.
I did the best thinking. I thought of collecting my blood. Anywho, I have other shit to be doing. I need to learn how to throw fire. I need to imagine what we're going to do when we hit combat. And I would have talked to that gnome.
Okay. I will make for Altric a set of vials similar to the one he showed me. And
a funnel?
I don't know. I guess he can just maybe just like a shiv or something to puncture his arm so he can like let blood out throughout a small hole.
Is a funnel possible, or would Ortrick be too stupid to think of something like that?
Hopefully, the blood will be coming out of a small opening in your arm, so you wouldn't need a funnel. But just puncture yourself where you want blood to come out. Try not to hit your jugular or your main arteries, and just hold it over the vial. And then when you've had enough, just put your thumb over where you punctured yourself, and it should heal. The clotting should commence, and you should stop bleeding. And just make sure you drink plenty of orange juice, okay? If you're going to be doing this on a regular basis.
How much blood can a dwarf lose before he dies? Because I've lost a shitload and kept going, but I've always felt weak.
Maybe just stick to 1 vial a day, okay?
Ortrick, are you on a point of exhaustion?
I had long rests to get rid of them, I believe. I should be got rid of them all by now. I've had 2 long rests since.
Well, you're going to still be on 1 point of exhaustion then.
Okay.
Is this every time he takes a vial, he gets a point of exhaustion?
A vial? No, I'm just saying that you know what? There has been a lot of loss of blood for Ortrick, and he has been recklessly, walking off it while still being violently ill. So I'm going to say that it's now going to take a toll until he gets the picture that he should take it a tad easier.
Okay, but Torland is still gonna make this thing for him and just leave it to Altric to figure out his life's problems for once.
Well, if no one's gonna tell me his problems for him, he's not gonna figure his shit out. If no one's gonna offer to heal him, oh well. And while he's waiting for his vials, how many max vials would we get out of it, by the way?
It's some things I can make a bunch of, some things I can only make 1 of. Let me check the wording. Artisan splitting. I can make a simple martial weapon, suit of armor, 10 pieces of ammunition, a set of tools, or another metal object. So maybe a set of small vials would count as a set of tools.
Okay.
And I think sets of tools usually worth 10 gold pieces. So if Luke agrees, 10 gold pieces for 10 vials.
Just glass vials?
Not glass, metal vials.
Oh yeah, totally fine, absolutely. Okay. And just as much as a 3D printing can be complex, I don't mind in saying that through your own forgery like ingenuity, you can imagine that you even signed them with a lid.
Nice. And is it like a kind of like a clasp lid?
Yeah.
I doubt screw tops have been invented.
No, it is definitely a clasp.
Yeah,
like
a clasp lid. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll make you 10 clasp lid vials. And yeah, there we go.
Thank you, brother. Right. There's something I've been desperate to do, and I really want to talk to Angelus.
There might be a toilet somewhere.
Whoops.
Angelus!
That's just off the edge of the door.
Where are you, lad?
Angelus, just because we're getting the attention to you, and I could private message this, but it's just getting messy. So, this is your search parameters, unfortunately. Part of your wizard list. Level 3 or below. And, and then after that, in case you didn't level up to level 5 until now, you then learn 2 more spells that have nothing to do with the list I gave you in Discord. And there we go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And there we go.
Very cool. Alright, what's up, Patrick?
Right, little lad. Are you, how do I put this delicately? Are you coming with us on this destiny?
It is what Zephyros did bring you here to do, to matchmake you with these idiots.
Oi!
Smart lad, you can smell intelligence when it comes to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you bring to the table? I'm assuming you know that we will be in heavy melee combat quite happily and frequently. I mean, I'm not going to lie. We've had severe close calls, and on 2 occasions, as far as I'm aware of, it came down to that little kobold just wrecking everyone's shit. There was a giant. One time we all got curb stomped, and he let reinforcements in a keep that was wrecked by other giants. I think there was orcs there for some reason. It gets a bit hazy. So, what can you do to help us in combat? Because Orchek will not tolerate a slacker.
Well, of all the kinds of wizards to be, this is your key wizard, really. If you care to roleplay that out, Angelus.
Trying to think of how to correctly, but
I'll give you a hint. Can you throw fire?
Oh, I love fire. Fire is my specialty.
He slaps you on the shoulder. Say no more, lad. Right, he's coming with us. We're fine. That's why he lives again.
Fire would be the go-to of an evocation wizard. You, however, are somebody who is not afraid of getting up close and personal, are you, Mr. War Mage?
I am not.
Yeah, explain some of that.
Damn, how do I roleplay this correctly?
Well, just to clarify,
basically, I mean, yeah, because I can explain it that basically I am I'm not an Evo mage, but I'm a mix between them and abjuration.
Maybe we could tell a story based on your
story about
and that involves you using your war mage skills.
Just something extra, just while I'm looking at this page, and it's kind of cool. It may give something about your character, Angelus. Roll me 3d6s, please. You can choose to accept this or leave it go, but just while I'm on the Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
What's up with my ones?
So your spell book appears to be a tome with pages that are thin sheets of metal, spells etched into them with acid. No wonder it's tricky for you to copy. Then, as an ambition for you, magic is if you can fully understand magic, you can unlock it. Use for all and usher in an era of equality. And finally, this is what's described as an eccentricity. Your most prized possession is a dead worm that you keep inside a potion vial.
What?
Yeah. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah, this stuff is optional.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
Very
I
decoration stuff.
like the tequila worm thing. It's hilarious. I'm
Now
totally
tell that
keeping
story
that.
and involve the worm.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, it can just be a random tequila worm. And you already, I didn't say a tequila worm. You were right there, like, yeah, why wouldn't I put this in a tequila? You know? But just to describe as war magic, a variety of arcane colleges specialize in training wizards for war. The tradition of war magic blends principles of evocation and abjuration, rather than specializing in either of these schools. It teaches techniques that empower a caster's spells, while also providing methods for wizards to bolster their own defenses. So there you go. Known are war mages. They can see their magic as both a weapon and armor. So yeah, exactly.
Well, little lad, good to be working with you, I guess. And he offers a hand to shake.
I'll shake his hand while gazing lovingly at my tiny little worm in a jar.
You collect little fun friends too. We could be so much fun and friends together, shaking hands. I've got an ogre's head. I've got an epic goblin's head who took on the entire party by himself. I've got a bunch of elf ears, which I really should return one day. I've got a bear's head, and we'll have so much we can have tea and party together.
Yeah, you're gonna start getting really worn down by those heads. You really gotta shrink them.
I know, I'm picturing you covered in all these bloody things.
You know, we're starting to see that, and they're not preserved in any way with false life. These are now just raw. I mean, it just adds to the rest of Baldric that's disgusting.
I apologize for nothing. These are my friends. They speak to me to burn things when I sleep. They tell me to kill the giant and become the giant. And, maybe, just maybe, there's room for a second person to join me on this path. And he waggles his eyebrows at him. I see a little bit of you inside me.
Oh,
Me and you.
Aldrich, I just can't resist you. Have inspiration, but being just so crazy.
Yes!
I think my character would honestly be so intrigued by him that rather than be repulsed, I would be interested and be like, okay, let's do this.
How can this
This is what
war
psychologists-
continue?
Yeah. He's what psychologists call a fascinating case.
Yeah.
Exactly. How much more?
Trust
you
me,
can
like
take.
Taulan's been dealing with it for a few years now.
I've already watched him pass out and throw up. So. I think at this point, my character flaw is like my interest in fuck danger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more interested. I think I would just sit there and be like, "This sounds amazing."
Yeah.
Yes!
I see no bad part of this
Gods
plan.
among giants! And then higher, further, burnier!
Lannister, I've seen you pacing about. Are you getting antsy in this tower?
What, during all this?
Yeah.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm just walking around.
Yeah, because I was like,
Having
I've wondered if he was going in circles, going, gotta get out of here, gotta get out. So much vomit, so much wizard talk. I gotta get out.
Do I keep vomiting, or is this just a?
I mean, I honestly don't know anymore. It could be either, but let's say you.
Let's
have
just call it a
vomit
constant character trait, a
Yes.
charming quirk.
bar.
Every
Yes.
time I mention the heart. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe you will actually grow out of it. Now
I'm
then.
eating the next heart to find.
I love you, but I swear to God, it's just gonna get worse for you. I swear to God. Right. So, on the third day of your journey, you spot 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They land atop the cloud, whereupon the humans dismount. All the riders wear steel helms that cover their eyes and resemble stylized bird heads. One of them is equipped with a shoulder bag adorned with a smiling face. Yeah.
Let's be friendly.
So yeah, all these vultures, they basically start perching themselves up, and all these robed humanoids come walking in. They are all garbed with very feathery-like apparel, with these slender beaked sort of helms on, and they come in pensively, curiously, while the one with a smiling bag and another flanks beside her come forward as Zephyros comes down, seemingly aware that these people have come upon his property, it seems, as he just goes, "Oh, hello there. Pardon me. Sorry, guys. I wasn't expecting any company today. I mean, I didn't think to ask. Who are you all?" And these two look to each other. Yeah, let's have an insight check. I'll have insight from whoever is proficient.
I'm pretty good at insight. I've got a +6.
But are you proficient?
Yep.
Yep, then I accept that roll. They are pleasantly surprised, is what you're getting from that roll. They are pleasantly surprised. And one of them just basically says that, "Oh, why, hello, dear sir. We had no idea that this castle, or rather this tower, had anybody inside of it. What's your name, please?" And Zephyros replies back, "Oh, yes, it's Zephyros, of course. Was I expecting you at all? Did I send out a message while I wasn't thinking?" And the two basically go here and go, "Oh, no, please. We're intruding upon you, and we understand that. Don't worry. We wanted to understand more about you, and, well, there's a lot of giants around the place that mean harm to small folk, you know, and we want to make sure you're not one of those kinds of giants, right?" And Zephyros goes, "Oh, no. See, I have a good collection of friends, as you can see. I wouldn't mean them any harm, and I don't mean them any harm." And
Well met.
yeah, basically...
Orchek takes a step forward.
Yeah, this one takes a step closer to Lannister than to you. As basically, he's definitely uncomfortable by you, given that you're such an Ortrick.
Well, I'm holding my axe.
Yeah, that too. But basically, while nervously glancing at you, they keep their attention focused towards Zephyros. As
I would like to cast a spell, please.
You want to cast a spell?
60 feet away from me, in the middle of the group, in a 15-foot radius sphere, I would like to cast Zone of Truth.
Oh,
I've got that one as well.
Very nice. So this one right here recognizes the verbal and semantic parts of your spell casting that you're performing. He gives a what are you doing? But it doesn't matter. By then, you've already cast your spell. And yes, let's get that Zone of Truth going. Now, this zone cannot move, can it?
Right. No, it can't. But they can make a charisma saving throw to resist it.
That's cool. They none of them will be resisting it.
Okay.
As far as all this is concerned. 5, 10, 15. Radius. 20, 25, 30. Excellent. Is this the sphere you wanted?
Let's bring it a bit closer.
Forward 5 feet. And there you
Forward 5 feet. Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent. Here we go. Yeah. So, they basically see it, and they realize magic is being over them. They cannot speak a deliberate lie. There we go. All right, and you can tell who resists this, don't you? You feel when resistance is given to you. Yeah. These two kind of like, as they're basically like, all right, you know, they don't appreciate this, and they just like, we were in the middle of a conversation here. Either way, they're like, we have nothing to hide. And Zephyros is like, Torland, I appreciate that we're hesitant of our new guests, but that wasn't called for, was it?
Well,
I didn't Zone of Truth you when you came up here, did I?
We do what
You
we must.
invited us. Who the fuck are these? In fact, you know what? What are your intentions? He immediately asks them all.
Well, the others back here just like choose silence as these two here goes. this is just our hired muscle, really. They look after us. We are their voice in this matters. We're here to find out about Zephyros and find out what his intentions are. If that's all right with you, Zephyros. And he goes, yes, of course. I have no reason to hide anything from.
Have you been?
me or
Have you?
guests.
Who has sent you?
We send ourselves. We patrol around this area, finding out local talent for our own goals, and certainly a cloud castle, a vacant one, would have been amazing. But if Zephyros is a kind, well-meaning giant, hang on, maybe I should reword that.
He is big and friendly.
I'll change that wording because of their zone of truth and the acceptance of it. If Zephyros is a mighty caster who controls this castle, and given that we hold dominion in the sky over this area, then it makes sense to be allies. And Zephyros is like, well, that's a bit too far. I'm only passing through. And they're saying, they continue to say, oh, don't be so modest. Don't be so modest. This is a fine mobile fort, as it were, to conduct a whole lot of aerial reconnaissance from. Your area at the top makes you a prime, this castle is a prime place to share out, possibly. But yeah, he basically goes, let's just give me a moment here. So basically they say that, but also you did ask who we represent, and we do represent an entity that may be of interest to you. An entity known as Angevin. He is he's a very powerful individual, one who might be of interest to you, Mr. Zephyros. You may even consider staying around. Once we get to know each other a bit more, of course.
He's busy. He's taking us somewhere. Could you schedule an appointment later?
They basically dismissively ignore you,
And he takes a step forward and he will secretly ready an action just in case.
Yeah, now this guy, he can't look weak again. He's not going to dance around this one. So he's going to hold his ground, but he tucks his arm. Hang on. No, it's the lady. It's the lady now who, she's focusing on Zephyros. She's doing the thing where she's just not going to acknowledge you so she can get through what she's come to say,
That's fine. Ready action.
Yeah, understood. She's also adorned with this bag with a smiling face on it.
What's in the bag?
They cannot speak untruthfully. Well, we have a few collectibles in there, some things of some worth. Depending on how this negotiation goes with Zephyros, it may well be a first form of payment for him. Given that you're a caster, it may be an item of some use to your casting, Zephyros. Might even improve it, perhaps.
Are your intentions pure?
That is so subjective. They can say pure evil. Yes.
I actually have to thank you, Torland, because I didn't even think of that.
No, he was stuck for a minute there.
I was. Torland absolutely bailed me out so wonderfully. You have no idea.
Let's.
You want to rewind on that?
Yes.
Oh, Torland, thank you, baby. No.
Are your intentions pure to our cause?
Noble. Damn it.
Oh, we don't know what your cause is, for sure. But we know that we want to have a long chat with Zephyros.
Are you intending to use his powers for some other conflict?
Basically, they, rather than answer that, will continue to go to Zephyros and he will go, Mr. Zephyros, could we chat privately? I mean, we can discuss this thoroughly.
No.
Zephyros is like, oh, no need for that. Either way, regardless of whatever you said, you doing a zonal truth or not, it had no thing. I will go upstairs and I'll commune with the spirits, if you don't mind waiting around. And they shall discern if hearing you out and hearing about this Yancy bin is the right course of action.
All right, you do that. We'll keep an eye on the guests.
Yeah, certainly. And basically, I warn you, this could take a while but may not take too long. We'll just see. If I go a little bit, if I start drooling at the mouth, and if you hear me fart, and the fart sounds like it's the growl of a ogre hawk, just, it's fine. It happens all the time. And he floats up, and before we deal with what you guys get up to, Zephyros casts the commune spell. Contact of a plane spell, rather. He will cast it as a ritual, taking about 11 minutes. Alrighty then, now he must make an intelligence saving throw.
Do it for Dad.
He meets the DC, which is much less fun than if he fails. He goes a bit mad, and then you guys get angry at these dudes. So Zephyros basically, on one of the occasions where he doesn't go insane, he actually does recover like his thoughts, and he basically comes down. He comes back down, and he basically goes, right, so I did have a bit of a think over with you, and I did look at Yancy Bin. There was a bit of some dark history there, which I think you're aware of. Either way, though, I won't be interested in joining you. Our interests are unaligned. Very sorry about that, but no, you'll have to go. I won't be needing your attention anymore, thank you. And the individuals, begrudgingly and without a bit of a spited, fine then, waste of our bloody time. With some of that that double-facedness rubbing off now, as it doesn't matter, kind of giving some of you the finger perhaps as they walk out. They mount their giant vultures and leave. Not giving.
Yeah, if an army is riding giant vultures, then that doesn't exude.
I'll see you in a couple of days if you got the balls.
I'm going to say to the group, I don't think that's the last we'll see of them.
No, I've got a feeling they
Right,
might be coming back in larger numbers.
Guards.
To create a better harmony.
What do you think, Zeph? Can I call you Zeph?
He goes, what about?
Do you think we need to worry about them?
Oh, no. No. They have their own issues to deal with. There's a group in the Somber Hills that are giving them quite an amount of trouble. But that is possibly a group. It may have been 3 groups. 5? I don't particularly know. They may just push each other out of a tower. I saw a glimpse of that. But overall, no, they weren't. They were more. They were more resputable. No, they weren't for us. They weren't for us. Not to worry.
Okay.
Can Ultric go to where the entrance is? And he wants to slap down his bear trap he's kept this entire time.
It's a trap!
He is going to prime it.
Oh boy.
All right.
What are you doing?
And he's going to do his best to conceal it for the next time some motherfucker shows up uninvited.
I approve of this message.
Lads, I don't give a fuck what the giant says. He's a loon, and we are going to get a fucking throat slit in our sleep if this keeps
I agree with this message.
We guard
I
this
approve.
fucking place. And if me and Torrens agree on the same fucking issue, this is the objectively right thing to do.
This is the sanest action you've ever taken.
And I am putting down my bear trap.
I don't believe you. I mean, of all the places to ever bring up a bear trap, you put it in
make sure that everyone knows it's there.
You put it in
Bear trap, lads.
You put it in the place where most things that come by fly. That's just what really gets me. That's what makes it
He puts down some rations nearby to hopefully lure something nearby. Hopefully that will work.
It will
Only
work if
one
you want
ration.
to catch something.
Oh god. Too good. Hang on, allow me, Ultric. Let's make this official.
And how many rations have I lost for slapping some nearby to get people's attention / animals?
Are you slapping rations?
What?
I'm scattering rations around the area to draw anything's attention. Like, oh, what's that? Someone might look down, and an animal's flying by. Might food. Get fucked.
You prime the trap with food, and you wait to see what happens.
I'm not sure about the food, but the rest of it is sound. So
Well,
sure.
Really,
Talent, can you help? Make it more harder to see anything. Come on, you're the magic special guy.
I think.
just put up a sign that says "Totally not a trap."
No traps here.
Let's find a welcome mat and put it on top.
Brilliant. Now you're thinking like a proper dwarf. Giant, have you got any cloak we can borrow or something? Use the mat.
Please don't set any bear traps out there. But I mean, fate must.
We
do
haven't.
it.
Deception.
You can clearly see the trap you're initiating.
He threw food around. How could he not know? Damn it.
Anyway, he's just like, he's not gonna have a fight with you about it, but he's just like, well, it seems like fate wants you to put that trap there, I guess.
That's exactly the right attitude. Don't mess with the process.
That's what I thought.
All right, I suggest that we stay in this room for the rest of the journey, and just like keep a general lookout for any nasties that might be coming.
Okay.
Yes.
I can cast an alarm spell in front of the door.
That would be better than a bear trap, probably.
No, why would it be better than the bear trap? Why on earth would anything be better than the bear trap?
Wait, what's the range? Like, is it like a sphere radius or?
I think so.
Alarm spell?
What is it?
Right, so alarm
spell is the range of 30 feet. Duration is 8 hours.
Oh, so we could just set that over this whole
the range is
area.
30 feet. It creates within range of a 20-foot cube area of effect. So choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no larger than 20-foot cube. And as you're measuring out, yes, that entryway is about less than 20-foot cubed.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Yep. So a bear trap and alarm spell should do the trick.
Yep, I agree.
And Jealous, got anything to contribute to this fortifying? Show you're part of the crew, laddie.
Honestly, I think you're being a little ridiculous, but I'm here to watch.
Prepared. I have been burnt and shot with arrows and stabbed more times than you can count.
And it's only half my fault. And there's only half not self-inflicted. There we go.
Would anyone else like some things made for them for the rest of the journey?
Can we get more traps, laddie?
I think we're fine for traps.
What else can you make?
I kind of
anything magical?
Simple. No magical items.
I feel like you can make
oil, laddie.
I feel like you can make 10 mouse traps off every single golden point you score.
I can make caltrops.
Yeah, actually, that's an easy trap for you to
I can make 10 pieces of ammunition, so we can say that's 20. That's 10 caltrops, and that'll be like half a gold piece, so like 5 silver.
Torland, can you make oil?
No, I can make. I'll tell you what I can make, Maddie. I can make simple items that include metal that's less than 100 gold pieces.
There's got to be some way to make this work.
Gotta be some way I can burn this place to the fucking ground.
I've actually got something. I've got an idea for something I want to make for. I want to make something for Lannister actually. It's in the player's handbook. I'll take out the 4 gold pieces, but it's a portable ram. And I'll make it all draconic and badass looking.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So when you're trying to bust,
ram for a door?
When you're trying to bust down a locked door with this ram, I believe I'm not mistaken to say you have advantage to the athletics check.
You can search portable ram in the compendium.
Yeah.
What, I could just carry this on my back?
Yeah.
Oh, that is sick.
Yeah.
And I'll make it all draconic and scary looking. But it's like a thing you could use it like.
You get a +4 bonus to strength checks when breaking down a door.
Like a ball. like a bull with 2 horns? Because I was going to do my fine steed as like a black massive bull.
Yeah, sure.
So it look like that. Yeah, I'll go for that. That's awesome.
You'd think that a dragonborn were like dragons, but nah. Fuck the stereotypes. Bulls. I like it.
I mean, the whole.
I'm posting kind of what it looks like in the Discord chat.
Ah, thank you. Yes.
Twist.
This is a modern one, but with more like a bull motif.
So
that'll help you. This will help you batter down doors and conquer our enemies.
Yeah. So firstly, a +4 to strength checks to bust down a door. When a buddy helps you, manning the ram with you, that's advantage and +4. The downside is it is 34 pounds of weight, which you will drag in from the compendium to keep track of. So basically, summarize the next 7 days for me, please.
I want desperately to give someone my healer's kit. I want someone else to take charge of it.
I'm going to spend another 7 days playing with the griffins.
Yes, so we didn't actually address that. Mr. Kobold, you will give me an animal handling check, but this will be a low DC because they are very tame. They're very friendly.
Aww.
I have been doing this probably with that 7 days, going to be 10 days.
Oh yeah, you've even rode down with them to the surface, probably, depending on your check. But let's see this check. I'm glad we asked for that check, because that's actually like the bare minimum. You are as much food as you are a friend, but they are unwilling to let you ride them. So
that is okay.
Yeah, you seem to be having difficulty approaching them, it seems. But though they will not attack you, there seems to be some difficulty in how you're handling them right now. That's why we do our check.
Mm-hmm.
Even with your 10 days at this point.
Oh, I have all my vials filled with blood then. Right.
I think for the next 8 days, I'm just going to be doing like stupid fitness routines around this loop.
Absolutely.
I'm sparring with everyone, keeping everyone on check on their combat. I think my main sparrer would be Wartle. We'd just like go out in real intense monk-like battles. Circling the room in the center.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's badass.
You get to fight with the armor off a little bit, so it helps with like toning the muscle. Just toning all of you. Absolutely. Take a brute strike from Aldrich, perhaps. Just get the reflexes of the monk. Just really
keeping everyone sharp.
Yes, exactly. I like it. I really like it. So
Aldrich will rest a lot, but he will also sort of hang around with javelins nearby, even keeping one eye on this entire area.
Thank you.
He'll rest.
Thank you. Stop.
Good man.
Stop. You are giving an eye to that area. I want you to give me a perception check, please. All right. Thank you very much. You take 9. Nothing happens. Different. You keep your eye at the fluttering blue curtain, but nope. You don't see anything. You don't see anything.
That's right. We got the alarm.
I'm sorry. I need your passive perception, not an active perception check.
Oh.
This will be 10 plus your perception score, which
should be down
is
near the
plus
bottom.
3, so that will be a 13. And yeah, nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Okay. So
I'm sure that's fine.
Do I lose my inspiration on that one then, or?
Yes, you do. You
Okay.
You brought it up. Well, no, sorry. Forget I said that because I needed a passive. I made you do that check.
Okay.
It was a mistake. Now let me just have a moment to read something here.
Eventually.
Okay. Yes. So. Given where windows are and where stuff are, Aldrich, with your perception score, you don't notice anything. But somewhere along the lines, clouds seem to continue to form outside from the cloud itself. Then you swear that a whole collection of clouds begins to flutter in to the room, kind of clouds.
Oh, check throws a javelin.
Now, hang on a second, because very well, you roll a nat 1, you throw it at Torland, I guess. Completely off target there. It does no damage as Torland is very much
Sorry.
used to your shit at this point.
Where? Sorry, but where?
But you see clouds flittering in. Now, I need a condition for your alarm spell, please, Dorbury.
Did he post it in the chat?
When you cast a spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm, which would be you guys. You also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. A mental alerts you to the ping in your mind within 1 mile. Ping awakens you if you're sleeping. An audible alarm sounds like a handbell for 10 minutes within a 60-foot radius. Okay. And, yeah, it's just whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. Okay, fair enough, yes. So, Dorby, you probably chose audible.
Yes.
Yes. This swarm of curling clouds swirl about, and they basically trigger your alarm, and then a ringing of a bell certainly goes on. I want people to give me initiative, please.
Take it.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Right.
My initiative is shocking.
Yeah, company.
Don't worry, mine's -1. Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
I'm that rhino from Jumanji that just turns up late everywhere.
Oh, I forgot to select my token. You had me.
Here we go.
Oh, damn.
I'm glad you referenced that Jumanji. I almost forgot about that. That's like one of the things they use as like one of those like last joke, like they make you laugh.
What, a thing from Jim? Oh yeah, nice. I remember what. I understand your reference now. Right now, also Zephyros is upstairs, passed out with more madness at this point. I won't quite get the combat music going yet because this is just a more awkward situation for you guys.
This is very mysterious.
Yes. Yes. Now, just to
Let me
confirm...
consult my spells. Is this days later? Would I have recovered that Zone of Truth spell slot?
Yeah, absolutely. You
After
guys have
these
all the spell
days,
slots,
have
all
I
the
lost
health.
My exhaustion.
No, you haven't, because you continue to pour out blood into vials.
What? One drop of what?
You know, when people do give several pints of blood at a time, even with dwarvish constitution, sometimes it catches up with you, Aldrich. Anyway.
But not today.
Not today. I also need to get that piece of information out. So, the alarm goes off. We will begin with Twiss. What do you get up to, Twiss?
I take a quick, as a free action, and take a peek. The curtain is still closed, I take it.
What do you do?
I use a free action to take a peek. The curtain, it is still closed.
Yeah, but it's fluttering enough that you can see that a rolling fog has started to enter into here.
Can I make a ready action if they see something come out? I walk right there and shoot at it.
Certainly. But there is no walking. It is a rolling fog of cloud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shooting at the cloud might be silly, but should I?
What does your cobalt senses tell you?
My cobalt sense would tell me to just test firing at it. But
Agreed.
as of now, the curtain, the fog doesn't go through the curtain. So technically, I would say I did not see it yet.
Or maybe we should just yell halt. Probably useless, but...
Yeah, might as well fire the arrows in it. I have plenty.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Give me an attack. Yeah, that's probably a hit. Let's get this back up.
Say oddly a hit.
I mean,
I assume that I can't do heartbreaking under that floor.
don't know about that. Let me just get this right. Let me get this. Where is it? You won't get any packed whatever. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Got it. Yes. All right, here we go. Yeah, I got that. So yeah, that is definitely a hit, and some damage is dealt, or rather, you're not really confidently sure if some damage has been dealt. I can't really edit that, so I'll just make a note here. All right, I'll make a note there. Okay, yeah. Angelus, it is your turn. Give me an Arcana check. You are a wizard. I will allow an Arcana check from you. Excellent. So not only do you recognize this is a collection of individuals, 6 to be exact, you understand that each individual has the gaseous form spell currently active over them. What that means to you is you know that they can flit through anywhere a mist can fit through, but also you can tell that when their health is reduced to 0, they'll be forced out of the spell, but also they have resistance to non-magical weapons and whatnot. And whatever creature might be in there can't communicate at the moment. That'll be a free action. You know, just that Arcana.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell at them. I see you. I know you're there. You stop now. I'm just gonna say, yeah, the 6 of you can't hide from me if you don't stop right now. And I'll prep a fireball. I'm basically going to warn out that I see all 6 of them and tell them to stop. And I'm going to prep a fireball, but not cast it.
All right, you ready in action? If they advance on you, then you're going to fireball them.
Exactly.
Excellent. Now here's another part that we're going to have to cover.
And is our giant in a trance?
He might be. He might not be. But also we are actually going to deal with this side as well, because this gas can fly. Anyway, yes. So Wartle, it's now your turn.
Yeah. Seeing as I don't want to attack him, just charge in there. I'll take a dodge action.
Alrighty, yeah, totally fine. Torland, what do you get up to?
I cast Dispel Magic.
Ooh, what a spell! What a spell! I hope you, yeah. All right, describe the spell. Oh, there it is. Yeah, one target.
Okay.
Target.
I just try and grab one from the mess.
Well, you don't need to grab. It's a ranged
I just
thing,
aim and
but
shoot.
You will pick one out from there.
Okay. And I guess since I can't see who I'm grabbing, I'll leave it up to you who I grab.
Absolutely, yes, exactly. This is a 3rd level spell, so it will automatically be cancelled out. No Arcana check needed. So when you do that, boop. Let's just grab him. A dwarf in what appears to be very serious outfit and gear. He has a symbol of like a golden shield, and somebody, I think Lannister, or some other person with city background perhaps, might be able to recognize that as a member of the Lord's Alliance. And he just basically he just falls out of the cloud as he was hovering a bit of 10 feet above, and he just he looks like he's armed, ready. He lands on his feet, as it were, with a battle axe in hand. And
what do I know about the Lord's Alliance? Do I know anything?
You are part of a very secluded settlement. You're not going to know much about them. You know of them. You don't know what they stand for.
Okay, I'm just gonna say in Dwarvish, "Stop! This cloud giant means no harm. He is neutral."
You may be cracking this on the head pretty early on. I want
That's
you
what I do.
to give me a persuasion check
Sounds
with
good.
advantage, please.
Yay, advantage. Persuasion.
Yeah,
Not my main suit. +0.
you have advantage.
Hey!
You met the fucking DC. Very nice. So this dude recognizes that there's a fireball trained on him. There is a kobold aimed at him, and there is a dwarf that just picked him off. And somehow he's just like, he wasn't expecting it to go wrong so quickly, so he is just kind of like says, "All right, we'll hear you out first, seeing as you've been all hospitable and whatnot." And this rolling cloud of vapor that's there just kind of hangs there for a moment. And I think the problem with gaseous form is that it can't willingly be ended.
Okay. That is a problem.
They can't talk or manipulate objects.
Consult your physician if effects last more than 4 hours.
Can't get out of it. Oh, it is concentration. It is concentration, even if they could have took it from a potion. Yeah, so, basically, he just says, we'll hear them out first. There's 2 dwarfs between them. There has to be something more going on here. This was meant to be just a lone giant. And, they uncloak, as it were, to reveal 5 dwarfs that just narrowly avoid your impregnable bear trap. But they all line up, and they look like very hearty dwarfs. They look like very battle encumbered dwarfs. And then one says, "Oh shit, we need to tell Clarion." And they run for the front way, and they will do a... Well, you know what? We're going to look up traps now, because you went out of your way to mention traps. Oh my god.
A creature that steps on the plate must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Excellent. Outstanding.
What page is that, sorry?
152.
Thank you.
He makes his dexterity, hopping over. Yeah.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, he almost missed it as he just, in his panic, as he goes, "Clarion, give us a moment here. Do a flyby once or twice. Don't go back to Dagnabbit just yet." And
Dagnabbit?
Yes.
That's
what
great.
you've heard. And this silver dragon flies out.
Oh boy.
And just flies around the castle several times over as you hear its beating wings fly by. The dwarf carefully makes his way back. I guess we're out of combat already.
Hey!
Yeah, nice one. You guys being very political.
I almost didn't choose Dispel Magic because I thought the wizard might have it.
Well, you can re-prepare your stuff, can't you?
Sorry?
You can re-prepare your stuff every dawn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I just decided to pick it just in case.
Well done.
Well done, Torben.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, well done,
handled
Torben.
that
Well done.
Well done for picking Dispel Magic. Utility spells, man. So these dwarves basically come forward, and they just basically... now that they've been popped out, we'll be hearing you out. Which one of you is in charge? Be forward and forthcoming.
I could... If you want to take this Ultric, I think
I
it's best
doubt
I take
Ultric.
this.
Ultric is not the diplomacy type. I suggest that Lannister and I head out.
Yeah.
Dwarf honor?
You're here for the giant, I take it.
You are exactly right. Yes.
He's in a slumber, but I can wake him. I'm going to walk over here and try and cast Thunderous Smite on the wall. Just smash it, letting out a 300-foot loud clap out.
Yikes.
Oh, God.
And I'm just like, Zephyros! We've got company!
Okay.
So, okay, maybe we can hear your side of the story, because we should tell you ours first.
Yeah, but firstly, thankfully, the giant wall has a damage reduction to probably equal out the damage you do to it. You unladle a thunderous rolling sound, and that giant, he's still going through his LSD trick, but anyway, while these dwarves talk to you, and they go, yes, you state your business first before we
Sounds
make
good.
our decisions.
My business.
We are just wandering adventurers, and we were. This giant seems to. He just picked us up, and he hasn't I've studied him, and I've been studying him for a while, and I believe that he is not aggressive. He's very a passive giant. He's all alone here. There's no other giants here, and he is not the sort to attack settlements, which I'm assuming is why you're here. We came from Nightstone, which has recently been attacked by giants, and we thought maybe that this was the culprit, but it is not. There are other giants afoot.
The others look to each other as they just basically go, we'll need to improve this before we go back to Mithril Hall.
Yes.
He's in a slumber at the minute.
He is in a kind of psychic trance. He's a bit of a he's a user. So
Nice.
What proof would you require?
We'll wait for the thing to wake up and we'll talk to him ourselves.
Okay, just it could take a few days, but we know the place pretty well. We'll be happy to we'll be happy to show you around.
They basically sternly go, that won't be needed. That being said, we'll wait as soon as this giant wakes up, and we'll ask him what we need to be asking him.
Very good. He is a most gracious host.
Fellow clan mate.
And they basically will ask you, how long have you known this giant for?
Around 3 days, 4 days.
3 days, but the gnome has known him longer.
Incorrect. You've actually known him for 10 days.
10 days.
The eight days have passed. Okay.
10 days have passed.
4 days.
How time just flies.
Yeah, how
time just flies. The gnome has known him longer.
Yeah. They basically say that, has the giant mentioned anything of other giants looking to threaten another settlement?
Other giants. He says in general, the giants, the Ordning has been threatened by the return of Tiamat or something, right? Is that right?
The Sundering.
The Sundering. He is very concerned that other giants may be fighting for dominance and small folk be harmed. He's on the side of good, but he's just very passive about it.
So basically, we're wasting our time checking in on this one.
Well, not necessarily. Now you know that there's one giant out there that's on your side.
I mean, we've already killed a giant.
If he ain't taking up a fight in this, then he may as well be out of our skies then, and one less to worry about.
He's leaving the sky, so he's taking us somewhere.
He's currently taking us. He's transporting us, and then he can go wherever. Rumrear. What was it?
Whoa, way off. Tribal.
Rumrear.
Tribal.
Tweets just come like, it's tribal.
Yeah.
He said I have the blood of a giant, if that helps.
That does not help.
That does not help.
You get some very unlike. These are dwarves that take themselves very seriously, and insanity is something you grow out of, and they consider your level of madness a very immature sort of thing.
I mean, I agree. He's kind of crazy. I believe to trees and shit. But let me just say, we mean no harm. I don't believe he. And to prove it, I will say there's a well-concealed trap right over there. I will pick it up, and I will leave my axe on the floor as I walk by you. I would not ever spill a single blood.
Stay put and be quiet.
Will you be wanting to speak with him, or will you be on your way?
We will want to speak with him, yes.
Very well. Well, should we bring you food?
That won't be necessary.
Okay.
Griffin's omelet.
Maybe we ask why. Maybe you could share a bit of information with us then.
Once we've spoken to the giant and we are happy with everything you've said, then we'll tell you some things.
Okay.
If we feel like it, anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just glad I was able to diffuse the situation.
Ortrek wants to ask something in Dwarvish despite being slapped down.
Yeah. Now it's worth noting that these dwarves are hard fucking core. If I can't roleplay that to you, they dominate their presence to you.
Oh no,
as they absolutely act like a hit squad for sure. As they very much may seem
something
like
on
that.
its mind, though. He has to ask this one. In the asking Dwarvish, has any dwarfs been attacked by giants to lead you here?
Yeah, no, you seem to ask that with a tone of sincerity and sort of calm mind, no madness. So
Orchard got burnt the fuck out of his village, so he's very curious about this one.
Yeah, no. So let me just check up a map of the world. Yeah, one of them does reply back, and no, they will say that Mithril Hall has been under varying attacks from frost giants from the north, coming down from the spine of the world.
It's the collapse of the Ordning. They're trying to make a bid for being the top giants. It's very disturbing.
Well, this was the last thing we need after the War of the Silver Marches, which Ultric and Torland is a story of recent history that you probably lived through and you were probably a part of at some point.
Oh shit, really?
Kobold, not Kobold, somebody Many Arrows was an orc leader that spiraled a huge, tremendous war with orcs and dwarfs in the north, round towards where, Sundabar and Mirabar are, Mithril Hall, Gauntlgrim, not Gauntlgrim, sorry, but Mithril Hall definitely in particular. There was a variety of huge, on-scaling wars between dwarves and orcs. And during that war, the elves of Silvery Moon and Everland were loath to interfere or assist, which, while the dwarfs did win at a very heavy loss, and the dwarves are recovering from that, and giants thrown into what should be a recovery period of a dwarvish long-lost enemy, or long-term enemy, natural enemy, is what they really don't need right now. So, no,
Understood.
There is seriousness right now to frost giants attacking Mithril Hall. If this goes wrong, if there's a miscalculation, then one of the 3 or 4 known settlements, havens for dwarfs, is at risk of being completely taken and open run.
We must, I turn to the others, we must entreat our host, Zephy.
Well,
Zephman.
Yeah, well,
The Zephster.
Yeah, at this point, Zephyros
to help these dwarves.
Eventually, Zephyros does come out of his trances. He just basically, it's like, oh, did I miss anything? And the dwarves naturally form a perimeter around him as they just assemble, and they will push you aside if you won't move on their behalf as they make this perimeter.
No, Torrid would make way immediately.
That's right.
As would Orchard, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
They
I'll let them do
basically
the talking.
come around
This is how dwarves deal, face to face.
They basically come around this giant and they give him some accusations. They accuse him of crimes on behalf of other cloud giants. They've listed other settlements that have had cloud giant falling and boulders and whatnot. And they really do try to piece together any kind of story they get from him. But eventually they will come to the conclusion that Zephyros is just a lone individual giant, and he's on his way to the Moonshiny Isles, not looking to do any harm, which is exactly what they want to hear, because they don't want him anywhere nearby, and they want him out of the way, no problem. And they basically finish up talking with him, and he basically doesn't give them any reason to give him any harm, and they basically just finish up as one of them goes, "Call Clarion, he will be kind of tired at this point." And one runs out and brings the silver dragon up close to you, and they just go, "Right then. Well, we are satisfied this giant ain't gonna do any harm to any Northerner, or any dwarf for that matter, but we don't want to see him back here. Once he's done his business, we want him out of here. That clear?"
That's between you and him. We're just happy that we could stay your hand
Wasn't
long
asking,
enough.
but at the
All
same
right.
time, they had already asked with the Cloud Giant. They just don't want you to be holding him back by, "Hey, could you also really please do us this favor, please? We really love you, Zephyros." You know, they don't want that situation. They want
They
it
don't
clear.
want the help of the giant.
Yeah, they want it clear. As soon as this giant is done with his magical ramblings, that you don't hold him. You let him go, and you let him go and let him get out of here and get out of their skies that they need to patrol.
Very good.
Or check bows.
Roger that.
They do a they do a more dwarvish salute that you're accustomed to. So unlike a finger to the forehead kind of situation, they instead do a salute in terms of like a fist upwards with left hand pushed into the inner elbow sort of thing.
This brings back memories for Torland.
Yeah, as they will make their way out. One of them kind of kicks over the bear trap as they don't fancy dealing with that bullshit, and they mount the silver dragon, and they fly off out of there.
You see that dragon, Triss?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hot.
Oh, Twist! You could probably
10 out
recognize
of 10
that was a dragon in its adult phase. You know, past the wormling phase.
Twist is like didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the dragons. She would like to worship her, but
Nice. Unfortunately, it wasn't staying around for tea. You know, it was just the taxi service.
I'm gonna ruffle Triss on the head. Okay, it's okay.
hug me.
Did you just say "fuck me"?
Hug. S-U-H-G. Hug.
What?
Right.
Hug. S-U-H.
Oh, hug.
Hug.
Oh,
H.
hug. Wait. Hug. Right. Okay.
Yeah, one of those like the dialect, like Thai dialect, comebacks to haunt me again. we have the trouble with that. So as like when we say like elections, like we have a problem with L and R.
The good old problems with L's and R's. Okay. So another day and a half goes by, and you guys have traveled all the way over just outside of Tribal. So by this point, Zephyros' tower comes to a stop. He did not do any crazy visions, just so he was on time for you guys here. And let's see, yeah. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Boop. There we go. See, you guys have come quite a way already. And he basically takes you down to the northeast side, getting closer to the Desserin River and whatnot to let you guys out. Sorry.
This is close to our homes.
Yeah, I imagine it would. Neverwinter Wood over to the west, and yeah, Twist. As it just happened, you and Angela shared a wood. When you get to know each other. What was that laugh for?
Sharing wood.
Oh, Oh, well done, you. Oh, full marks.
I think that's inspiration.
No,
Inspiration.
no, absolutely not.
No, when the DM chooses, you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, Raymond. I mean, like,
Anyway,
Bob, and also we also worship the same gods.
Alrighty, so then, right, let me just, it doesn't seem right for the introduction. Let me just check the last things that are said here in this bit of handout. But basically, the Cloud Castle stops, so everybody can depart and deal with anything. Anybody want to talk to Zephyros before you never see him again?
Hi, Zephyros.
Thanks for looking after us,
Yeah, thanks
and
for your
good luck on your journeys.
Thanks for everything, Sephiroth. And if you have that thing, maybe I shouldn't try that. Thank you very much. And nice clothes. Purple is the right color.
You're not bad for a giant.
Thanks for letting us keep the forest, man.
Thanks for giving me that staff.
You're... Wait, what? Hang on, sorry. Yeah, you thought you were gonna get away with that, weren't you, mate?
No, run!
He lets you fall that 20 feet, yeah.
Take
Alright,
it. It's worth
Good
it.
journey.
Stuff.
so then, what do you guys get up to?
Ortrek will thank Torland for sparing us combat against fellow dwarfs.
Yes, I
Thank
would have
you.
much regretted having to kill our own, especially when they were just looking out for
He holds up the shield.
halls.
I've listened to Torland. True words, never
That's the official
spoken.
name.
Fucking outstanding work.
So if we walk down the stairs now as well.
I mean, if you have said your goodbyes to him, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Alright then.
Yeah.
So you all say your goodbyes, and Zephyros lets you depart perfectly fine. Dorbury, a griffin comes by to give you a nuzzle before he flies back up, soon to depart. And, yeah?
Like, aww.
Yeah, and you guys begin to make a kind of casual, meandering walk down towards Tribal. Around high sun, the town is shaken from its peacefulness by the screams of women and children, followed by a man yelling, "Giants! Run!" Perplexed residents and shopkeepers emerge from their domiciles in time to see a large rock falling from the sky and crash onto an old cart, splintering it as a cloud of dust erupts from the wreckage. A second rock hits the ground, tumbling through a fence and slams against the wall of a building, startling a pair of mules tethered to a post nearby. All around you, people begin to shrink and scatter. Guys, I want to tell you now, you have begun chapter 2.
Yeah.
Giants? Yes!
Oh, first,
I kind of just like pull out my warhammer and I'm like, looks like fate's calling.
Oh,
I'm just gonna rub
Pulls
my
out
hands
the
in the
Warhammer.
dirt and go, it's good to be back on Earth.
oh.
You and me, lads! Let's
Oh, boy.
fucking do this!
Now, just
I
before you get too excited, let the page load.
Well, that's huge, man.
And then,
Oh,
Yeah.
why
Wait,
don't
each of
you
these
look at
grids.
this?
Yes!
No.
That's a lot of
Actually,
giants.
matching.
Always remember, I warned you.
No, you didn't. What are you talking about?
Warn me about what?
Lads, battle tactics!
Now
Well,
then,
are they
from
supposed to
where-
be this size?
Yes. Well,
That's
no,
cool.
actually, no, sorry. But they move, I can move them at a representational speed. And when they get closer, I'll make them smaller. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll never see anything.
True. That's
Now, when you guys approach, we're not actually done here. We're not done with the setup. Now then. In addition to your characters, each of you has received, or will receive, a special non-playable character which ties to the location where your adventure begins. take a moment to review your NPC's personality traits and statistics. One of your goals in this part of the adventure is to keep your special NPC alive. For each of these NPCs that survives, your party will receive a special quest that yields a reward upon its successful completion. The details of this special quest won't be revealed until the end of this part of your adventure. And now I need to get all this detail sorted because there's a few.
Do we choose from the pictures or?
I choose the black chick.
Oh, I wanted the black chick.
Oh, who wants the black?
The one who's right beside him.
Wait, did you say that each of them is
Innkeeper
relevant
and
to where?
Oh yeah, innkeeper and retired adventurer. Who wants it? Give it to me. Who wants it?
Which one's the dwarf?
What?
Which
Who
one's
wants?
the dwarf?
You all asked for the black lady first. So who wants her?
Right.
Did
Nick,
each of them, did
done.
you say each of them is like relevant to where our
Yes.
backstories?
Well,
Can I have the one that's relevant to my
interesting
backstory?
I don't know about that, but firstly, you asked for
Okay.
the lady, so you got her. You should now have.
Oh, I don't know. No, somebody else can have. Someone else can have her.
in
I didn't
there.
say anything about her. Someone else.
That
can
was
have her.
me.
That was
I
it.
called dibs.
Too late. It's done now. It's done.
All right, I have a gala.
You
Where-
took my chocolate love.
I didn't do anything.
You-
Where's
you
this
better have
dwarf
it.
that you're mentioning?
The hairy guy at
Galen
top.
Fohammer.
What?
Oh, the guy way in the top.
Who is he? Oh,
This.
Galen Fohammer.
That definitely sounds like a dwarf.
Gaia Fohammer. Yes, excellent. Who wanted that? Was that
Dibs,
Ultric?
dibs, 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 dibs.
That sounds like an Ultric. There we go. What is his real name? Curtis Wartle Tominus. It's Tominus. There we go.
Yo.
There we go.
I'll take Nath.
I'm
Then.
taking the attractive man Darathra then.
Was
That's a
that
female,
Angelus?
isn't
Yep.
Okay, where were you, Angelus?
Is
Oh,
there-
Nath. There we go. Oh, no, Darafa.
I'll take Nath.
Lord Protector. No, he is a lord, I guess. Yeah, I can't make out who he is exactly, but anyway, let's give him over. Let's see. So that was over for Angelus. Yeah. Signing that to you. Be sure to read their personality traits, and I want you to keep true to them, please. So if they would duck and hide, they duck and hide. They kite, so on. So who's left? Who wants? Well,
I'll take Nath.
Who's that? Is that? Oh, that's Mr. Paladin. Yes. Oh, he looks good. He's a good-looking dude.
I've still got Zechariah on my thing as well. Is that right? To think that?
Maybe. Zephyros, maybe. I don't know. Who wants Darl's Helga? Or who's left, rather, to take him?
I can.
Dorbury
okay.
needs.
He looks like a druggie.
Who wants the druggie?
He looks like a druggie.
Yeah, who wants the druggie?
I mean,
Who's left?
I'll
I
give
could.
that to Wartle.
yeah.
Have I missed anybody? Does somebody not have a special
You still
dude?
miss me.
Okay.
Portal?
I've given you. Oh, you're who's missing. I give you to Dorbury. There we go. Right! Open up their character sheets.
Yep, I've had a look.
Everyone, roll me initiative.
Okay.
1 second. No, don't do it yet. Don't do it. Hold it. Hold. Now do it.
How do I roll initiative
My
for my?
character?
Oh
Yeah.
no, I can see.
Where do we start?
Yes, that's a good point. Now, given what I can see of the map here, you guys started from the northeast. So you kind of want to be over towards the Yellowstone Ranch. Well, actually, you'd be from the fucking side the enemy is coming from. Let's not put you there. Let's put you on the opposite side. Let's put you at West Pole. Where do you want to be on this map? Go on, let's say
Can you
have you
put us in
decide.
like a general location where we be coming? So we'll be coming up the long road.
You could be coming anywhere, but basically the northeast is going to get dicey. Tell me where you want to be coming in from over this bottom right corner. Tell me.
Maybe somewhere here.
Yeah,
I don't see where you're clicking.
that was here, wasn't it? Yeah,
Oh,
someone
okay,
around here.
cool.
There.
So basically more from the south. Oh my goodness me.
The opposite direction they're coming from.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
So southwest.
I'm going to be rolling some initiative, man.
Do we plan on fighting these guys?
Yes. Destiny's calling us.
Gloria waits and a glorious death.
Quick question: are we taking them down, or are we like our main purpose is to escort our escort out of here?
Aren't we supposed to save the civilians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is this a rescue
In
mission?
meta,
or is
I would
this
say we should probably try to save.
Let's do what we
them.
can.
Now, again, you can just bail, and all of the NPCs that you have control of will most likely die. Whoa! Nice initiative. Did you click? You
How do
clicked the
I?
token.
Where are we? Like, do I need to drag myself on somewhere?
I'm just going to figure that out shortly because I think you've decided to be a little bit towards the south. I'm trying
Yep,
to
sounds good.
orientate everything together, really.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm not going to actually start you there. I'm going to start you right here on this road.
Yeah, that's right.
These squares are to scale, by the way. So
Each one's 5 feet.
Yeah, each one is 5 feet.
I'm
Oh my God, it's so tiny.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
Almost didn't see you.
I'll see you guys in a week.
I'll make you guys large just so you can see yourselves. And when you get closer to an enemy, we're gonna have you shrink back down. Oh God. Whew. Right. Oh my God.
Can you make me bigger, please?
Yeah.
I'm tiny.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And
the
Twist
opposite.
is absolutely ridiculously tiny.
Oh, I can't even see me. Oh, there we are. Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys actually have a large distance between each other that you can't understand. Like, okay, yeah. Alright. 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 Has everybody rolled initiative for their people?
Oh, for our characters as well.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, for
Oh,
your characters
right.
as well. It's gonna be a
Wait.
long ass combat. Well done, Twist. Nice one, Twist.
You and me, man. You and me.
God, I feel like that's
Natural ones,
bro.
but real men roll.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I roll?
Yes.
Oh my God! You're ready for this combat.
Yeah.
Blood of giants.
You know what? You say it and you don't vomit.
Wait, do I have to roll for the NPC?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the most exciting setup, really, but I swear to you,
I'm pretty excited.
you're gonna have more than 3 to 4 sessions of combat.
That's good. That's what I've lived for.
It's gonna be rough. You're gonna have to get your endurance pants out.
Orchek looks at Torland when he hears that. Ah, man.
All right, has everyone rolled me their initiative?
Yeah.
I'm going to
how
roll for the. I'm trying to look at the initiative for this guy. Probably 1d20.
He has. There's
Oh,
a
never
little-
mind. I found it.
Just
for
click the token and click his name, and
There you
your
go.
source
Look at
will-
that. 20 for the NPCs.
Oh, so many crits. Okay.
I have, little man.
Makes sense. The NPCs are already in the town. There you go.
Not bad.
Nice.
Can you add Oliva into a turn order? I already rolled for him, but I forgot to click on the token.
I'll just click the token and do it again.
Okay.
Who can heal besides Torland? Because in meta, this may be a serious fight. We're looking
This
at
is a
TPK if we
serious
fuck this
fight.
up.
I warned
can-
you
I've
so
got
much.
plan
A
hands and
party
pretty
that
sure
is
in-
not sensible will probably get wiped. It may happen. I have warned you. In spades.
I've equipped Cure Wounds, which is a touch
Yeah, I've got
spell,
Cure
but it
Wounds.
does heal more than Healing Word. So
I really
that's the
think
way
we
I'm
need
going.
some team-based tactics here. Like, don't too far away. Don't split the party up on this one.
We've got to find out
Yeah,
what
we
we
gotta
do.
stay as one unit. I recommend.
Do you?
And I'm thinking I'm gonna buff Twist's bow. I got a new cleric spell called Elemental Weapon, which
Ah.
looks very interesting.
Are we seriously going to try and kill all of these, or is it going to be?
We're just gonna go in, see how it goes, and if the situation turns south, we bail and we take as many people with us as possible.
Remember,
I mean,
these
Let's give it a
people-
shot.
These people consider this their homes. They will fight for it, but with the flaws and traits that you've noticed in their character sheets. The more they die, the less
he's
rewarding
literally an
quest you can
Orchik
get.
Senior. I've literally got Orchik Senior here. He's even more Orchik than Orchik.
That's
That
awesome.
is a problem.
Well, can you
In fact,
leave
you
him
know
all
what? He's
trip?
my hero. He's my childhood hero.
Is he?
Is he?
Why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
why
He
not?
wishes he was this man.
Excellent. Well then, you know what? Because of the timer, because there's more things to read up and so much to plan, I'm gonna end the session here with combat
Seems fair.
on the rise.